I had a very typical childhood upbringing. Was raised in a religious home where my dad was Mormon, my mom was Catholic. Hit 13 and one of my friends had some meth. I found myself losing complete interest in going to practice and going to baseball games and football games. I couldn't show up any longer. Eventually what had happened was I had lost all of those friends that really meant something to me. And the ones that were getting loaded are the ones that I gravitated, and they gravitated towards me more. I didn't like who I saw in the mirror. Couldn't stand looking at myself in the mirror. Fortunately, at that time, I was able to just drop everything, and I stopped using. I had my first son in 2000. At that point, you know, I was successful in business and everything took off, and I had family around me again. I had great friends around me, and there was something lacking. I didn't know what it was, you know, and so I went about my life for years that way, you know, and I had another son in 2002, and, you know, just huge blessings in my life, and you think that that would allow a man like me to feel full and happy and, you know, not really in need of any type of outside substance. You know, I wasn't a very pleasant human being to be around. I never was physical with my family whatsoever, but I verbally was very abusive. My wife took her ring off and said that that's it, she's done. She doesn't want anything to do with me. Immediately I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Do you have the kids?" She said, "Yes, I do." I said, "See you later." And it had been years, and I ordered that beer, and everything calmed down. I felt fine, I felt whole again. I lost my business, I lost my houses, I lost my kids. I couldn't show up for Christmases, I couldn't show up for birthdays. I was on life support for quite a few days. My kids actually went next to the hospital bed and said goodbye to me. At that point, like a good addict that I am, you think that I'd say, okay, enough's enough. You know, I need to get control of this. I need to stop this. I need something different. No, I convinced the doctor to write me a script. And I'm in a hospital gown, and I get a cab, and I go straight to the pharmacy, and I get the script filled. That continued on for a couple more days until finally I was just broken and I couldn't do it anymore. I went to a detox center, and I detoxed for about 5 days. They explained to me that there are places that I could go, you know, and so I get there, and that was the start of my recovery, and I got a glimpse of really what life could be like today. You know, and since that day, I've gotten to live this beautiful life. I own my own business today. I have great friends around me that love me. Anytime that they need help, I reach out. I get this life, and the only way that I get this life is that I have to keep giving it back to other addicts. Basically, all it's coming down to is today that I'm full of love. You know, I had no idea that that's all I was really lacking at the time, and why I was so angry, and why I always wanted to use. But it comes down to is I just wanted to feel the love. And then when I see somebody else that's struggling and going through kind of what they're going through, I'm the first one to reach out. If you're out there and you're thinking about getting recovery, you know, the best thing that you could possibly do is reach out. There's hotlines out there that you can call. There's plenty of detox centers that you can get into without any money if that's an issue. If you have insurance, great. Go get through the detox, whatever it may be, and get help. That's the only way that really I've ever seen it possible. I've seen a lot of successful people go through the program through a halfway house. That for me, I can't do it without a halfway house. It didn't work for me. That's just the only way. I can't do it without it. Reach out. That's all I can tell you is really reach out.